What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to take my Chevy Silverado Trail Boss on a muddy road here in north central Pennsylvania. It's a 2021 Trail Boss. Still got the factory tires. I'm going to change them out soon for some Nitto Trail Grapplers. These are 33s on here, but it's a bone stock Trail Boss. This truck comes with a 2-inch lift. Absolutely beautiful day today. It is April 7th, 2024. So it's still wintry in north central PA this time of year. As you can see, the trees are still bare. It's kind of chilly outside, but it's the perfect time of year to go off-road, especially through some mud, because usually it's pretty rainy this time of year. We had a lot of rain the last week. There was a lot of flooding around here, so I want to see how the Trail Boss does on this muddy back road after a week's worth of rain. There was about 6 inches of rain over a few days, so I'm sure the road is pretty flooded and pretty muddy. We got some elk tracks here. Check this out. For those of you guys who've never seen elk tracks, check it out. That's from a female elk. Here's my shoe for comparison. I'm a size 14. You can tell they're elk tracks because of the shape. They're more roundish versus white-tailed deer. They have a sharp point in the front. The track kind of points almost like a broadhead. So let's see what happens. I've been on this trail numerous times with my truck, so let's see what happens after a few inches of rain on this muddy trail. So far the trail is actually pretty dry, but I wanted to show you guys this elk rub here. Check this out. Wow, look at that. That's insane. Looks like it was in the fall, this past fall, because it's pretty fresh. I also rubbed up this one here. Check that out. See where the tines rubbed up against the tree. And the way to tell if it's an elk or a whitetail is, first of all, whitetails don't leave these big marks like that from the tines. But also you can see how high off the ground this rub is. Look how high it goes up. I mean, that's like 5 feet off the ground. So it's pretty insane. Look at this. Wow, that was a monster that came through here. Got some more rubs over here. Check this out. Wow, that is so high off the ground. It's like probably 4 to 6 feet off the ground, maybe even 7 feet up there. It's just absolutely insane. Look at this. Wow. That was a huge elk. You even see he was rubbing over here. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. So I thought it would be really muddy, but it's actually pretty dry. But we'll just head down here and see how muddy it gets. A little bit disappointed. I thought it would be muddier. I guess because the daytime temperatures are above freezing, so the mud dries up when the sun hits it. We got some like soft dirt here, but it's not muddy at all. It's not too bad. really bumpy, but I'm in low 4 right now. I always like to go into low 4 because you never know what's underneath these puddles. The mud may seem soft, the mud may seem harder than it really is, and you might get stuck if you're in 4 high. So I prefer to go slow and crawl through the mud rather than be in 4 high and have a lot of wheel speed. Wheel speed is actually bad for mud because you just dig yourself in more. Better to crawl through mud. So far the road is fairly dry. We'll see what happens up here. This section is usually worse. Oh yeah, we got a big puddle here. Mud does look kind of soft. Definitely softer here, but it's not too bad. We got this deep puddle here. Wow. Gotta go through this puddle. Wow. It's getting softer here. Definitely getting softer here. Kind of stuck in this rut now. Another puddle here. This one's not as bad as the other one. Ooh, got a little deep spot in the middle. It's quite rutted out here. Let's just get out and take a look. It's actually not as bad as I thought. That was the worst section. Got this oil pipeline here. We're driving over an oil pipeline. That big clearing there is an oil pipeline. It's like this kind of silty mud over here. It's like a sandy, silty mud. But it's kind of packed in, so it's not terrible. Just like a packed sand here. It's not muddy or anything. Although during like a serious rainstorm, I don't think I'd want to be here. I'm sure this road gets quite soft if it's like pouring. Very bumpy, as I'm sure you notice. It's already dry now. That branch, scratch my paint. It's about 49 degrees outside, so temperature's pretty warm. So I'm going to turn the truck around and head home. One bad thing about having a full-size truck for off-roading is you have a long vehicle, so turning around on these narrow trails deep in the woods is difficult, especially when you have trees growing right up against the edge of the road. So it can be a little difficult to find a spot to turn around. Like over here, for instance, you have brush and you have this embankment on the side, so you can scratch up your truck or something trying to turn around. That's the only downside to a full-size truck for off-roading. This is where Jeeps definitely have an advantage. So let's head back and get out of here before the sun goes down, because that's when the dog man comes out and all other kinds of scary stuff. Got my headlights off so I don't spook any wildlife. Maybe we'll see some wildlife. If you have the headlights on, it kind of sticks out from a long distance. If there's any deer or elk or bear, they see that light and they run away. There's the lights. Still bright enough that I don't need them. back over the oil pipeline now. Almost out of here. We're at this natural gas pipeline here. Check this out. Looks like there's some deer down there, maybe deer or elk, I can't tell. But Trail Boss got a little bit muddy here, as you can see. Definitely need to put those trail grapplers on. But these Wrangler Territories seem to work. And the mud is pretty soft, look. It's pretty soft mud. So the worst part is behind us. Put it back into 4 high, traction control off. Can go real fast on this trail. It's really dry here. Be our last big puddle. Ruts here. Really bumpy. Got another puddle up here, but it's small, a little muddy, nothing crazy. Gotta get out of here before the dog man comes. Check this out, guys. This is the area where I saw the elk tracks earlier. And we got an elk over there. Check it out. Looks like a cow. It's hard to tell. Around this time is when they lose their antlers, so that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I'll be back with more off-roading videos this summer. And this is the road that I got badly stuck on with this truck. In the winter, there was like 3 feet of snow here. In the summer, it's just perfectly flat. But when there's 3 feet of snow, obviously, it's easy to get stuck with any truck, especially powder snow.